on, everybody? It's James Hanger on Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. Today, as a guest, we have the absolute last place finisher in fantasy football history, Kunal Jain. Kunal, are you ready to eat some hot wings?
I sure am.
When you were drafting, did you try to have the worst draft of all time, or were you actually drafting to win?
Believe it or not, I was drafting to win. My draft included Cooper Kupp and it included Travis Kelce. So it was two primetime players there. It was the idea was to I think Kyler Murray as a quarterback. I was gunning for it. In fact, I in my draft was even getting other people to bid up their players because I was so confident in my selections.
The classic continues to evolve with the brand new Chili Maple Edition.
So we're gonna jump right into this, huh? Okay, all right. Well, this is the first one. Classic hot sauce. Just classic hot sauce should be fine. A little spice. Not too bad. Not too bad. Trying out that classic, James.
And the first one is in. Good spice.
How do you like it?
Starting to build up a little bit, but I'm in it for the long haul. When you drafted the best tight end of all time, Travis Kelce, did you immediately think to yourself, game over, I got this in the bag, there's no way I can lose?
Of course. Of course. In fact, I was bidding against you and for Kelce, and you didn't bid me up for him, but I didn't care. I was going to get him because my team was the best team. It was going to be the best team in this fantasy football year. Clearly wasn't, but that was the goal. Yeah, I thought we were going to win. Kelce all the way.
Sinai Gourmet Tropicante. It joins us from Montreal, Canada, but the flavors come straight from the tropics.
Here now is the tropical hot sauce.
Let's give this a try. Doesn't even feel like it has any spice. Can't even tell. It was great. It was great. I like that flavor. Pretty good. Kind of builds on you a little bit at the end, but not too bad. Not too bad. All right, Jim, try that tropical hot sauce.
Here we go. Spicy pineapples. Hits me right in the front. When you spent 50% of your draft budget on Cooper Kupp to have him for the second year in a row, were you thinking, should I have gotten a quarterback?
No, honestly, I wasn't worried about the quarterback. I was thinking to myself, Chanel and Tyler both really like Cooper Kupp, and that's why I don't want to give it to them. So I literally went for him just so they couldn't get him. That was honestly my primary goal. And I thought this is gonna be a winning formula. Don't let them get him. That's it.
Pico peppers, Pico Rico. It's simple yet potent, balancing savory and acidic notes of garlic and lemon juice with just the right amount of habanero heat.
All right, let's give the Pico Rico from Montreal, Canada a try. Here we go.
And this is a Canadian hot sauce. Can they do it right?
Can't even tell, sir. This is going to be easy. It's going to be easy.
He sounds confident.
No problems. Fantasy football champ James here, taking his Pico Rico.
Canadians, here we go. Not bad. Not too bad. We're rolling.
Okay, go.
After your first 3 weeks of smashing the competition, averaging about 137 points per contest, what were your thoughts? Were you thinking, there's no way I'm going to be in the bottom bracket?
Actually, I think scoring that high in the first few weeks is probably what did me in for the season, because then I was pretty stuck on the players I had. Of my 3 wins, I think the first two of them came in the first few weeks, and I thought, all right, I got this. I'm doing fine. My team's all right. And so, yeah, I was pretty confident that I was going to be in the playoffs, and I was ranking my teams against everyone else, and thought I'm looking pretty good here. I got a pretty good shot to win this whole thing. That's was my perspective after the first 3 or 4 weeks. Like, I got my team's pretty good.
Okay.
And you thought that despite having 2 white receivers as your top scorers, you still thought everything is looking pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, Kelsey, Cup, Kyler Murray. Clearly I was acting very white throughout the entire season.
Our smokiest sauce of the season, thanks to the flame-kissed flavor of Applewood smoked red jalapenos and dried chipotle chilies.
All right, Los Calientes. This is my people. Oh, smoky flavor on this one.
Roasted peppers.
Totally tolerable. Not bad at all.
As we move along.
How about that Los Calientes?
Definitely feeling the smoke flavor and the afterburn.
Good.
And then we're entering mid-season. You were fielding some trades. Rashad Bateman. Did you like him? Did you not like him? Did you want him on the team? What was the deal with Bateman?
So Bateman was on Baltimore, and that meant Chanel wanted him. Because Chanel wants every Baltimore player. And so I intentionally refused to trade him to Chanel unless Chanel overpaid for him. Chanel offered me several trades, which had I accepted would have all been much better than anything I did. By holding Bateman, I probably screwed myself for the whole season. And so, I probably should have traded him for any one of the trades that Chanel offered me, but I did not. I decided to hold on for a higher value on a different day. And I ended up getting no value out of Bateman pretty soon thereafter.
Ryan and Joji. She taught us the art of the Sichuan hot pot. She's since then built a sauce empire with her brand Fly by Jing and Sichuan Gold. Crafted in Chengdu is the first time China's famous numbing spice has hit the hot ones table.
So this is the Fly by Jing. Let's give this thing a go. This is It's not spicy yet, but it's almost like you almost breathe the sauce in. It's like you gotta inhale this a little bit. It's not as directly on your tongue. You can kind of feel the vapors off of this one. Is feeling a little bit, but not too bad. Not too bad.
Hanging in there. Here we go. Straight from China in the mouth. Oil base. Definitely feeling this one. And then, middle of the season, bye weeks are rolling around. You decided to start James Robinson and Donovan Peoples-Jones in the same week. What was going through your mind there? Was it arrogance? Or were you trying to deke out your opponent? What was the explanation?
Well, I should have known that James Robinson was going to be an awful trade because I traded Tyler for him, and Tyler trades are always terrible. So opposite of Shana, where I refused trades, I decided to accept a Tyler trade, and sure enough, that totally blew up my face. Previous to that, I think I traded away Mike Williams for some garbage running back as well. So I was pretty much, like running low on players there. Probably Cup wasn't able to play, or Kelsey wasn't able to play, so I just throw in, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I think he actually had a decent week for me, but James Robinson was Tyler hoodwinked me. He hoodwinked me, and Lalu took away Mike Williams from me. So I was kind of, these guys are just stealing my players, and I thought I was working out the system, but I was slowly realizing that my team was not as good as I thought, because I was suddenly putting up like less than 100 points or 110 points, where everybody else was putting up 130, 140. So things were looking pretty dire, and I figured, no problem. I'm just gonna hit the waiver wire. I'm gonna make some adjustments for the next upcoming week, and everything will be fine. I'll be right back on track as long as I've got my boys Cooper Kupp and Kelsey along with Kyler Murray. Everything's gonna be all good.
Turmeric Bomb does what it says on the label, blasting you with turmeric and then rounding out the wellness meets pain vibes with ginger.
All right, here we go. This is
Wow.
the good old chili lengua de fuego.
From Honduras with the ghost peppers.
There you go. This doesn't even taste good.
It looks like a pile of turds.
It tastes like battery acid. It's definitely got a kick. It's a back of your throat kick. It's not front of your tongue. It's not too bad. I can handle it, but it's definitely got a just a not great taste to it. Feel it in my mouth though. This is what I can feel. I think it's going to make the rest of this challenge much more difficult. Because I'm going to build up on you a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
6 down, 4 to go. One man still standing. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. You know, this last one was it just didn't taste that good, but like it's definitely like a point where I feel like I'm kind of getting to the limit of my comfort zone on how much like spice level I can handle. So I'm super nervous about what the next one's gonna be like, but it'll get you on the tongue and it kind of stays there. So when I breathe out, I can feel the hot air on my tongue a little bit. I've had food that's probably this level of spice before, but I would say that I didn't enjoy it. So I'm gonna go with this is probably reaching kind of like my limit for how much I can comfortably handle. So I'm gonna guess that from this point forward, the gentlemen in the fantasy football league are gonna enjoy themselves a little too much at my expense, but we'll see what happens.
Next up, the bomb.
James giving the Honduras sauce a try here.
Not feeling much, to be honest. It's pretty spicy, however. I guess I can't lie anymore.
Go.
Then Cooper Kupp, injury out for the year. You make the trade. Some would say desperate move for CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, thinking he was going to be splitting the backfield duties, pretty even 50-50 break. What was your thoughts there, and what did you think when he basically became the third stringer?
I gotta be honest with you, I wasn't even out Cooper Kupp at this point yet. Like Cooper Kupp was still on my team, and he was, he might have had like a down week for him, so like 10 points. Kelsey was playing great. Murray was really starting to hurt with his Call of Duty playing. Whatever he was doing, he was starting to hurt really bad. And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, another, I think that came off another Tyler. Tyler is just so awful. Like honestly, you can't trade that guy anything.
Don't do it.
And I think I even asked Unik for advice, which is a stupid idea because Unik's position on anything is that there is no good trade unless he's the only one who benefits. He will not have a trade that benefits both teams. So that guy, can't ask him any questions. I was getting desperate though. I was trying to ask for advice. I remember I maybe asked for Shahil for advice, and Shahil was all about the math and charts. He might have had an Excel diagram, pivot table or something like that. And he was like, I choose, and he picked a player for me. And I honestly, had I actually listened, I probably would have had a better selection. But no, I went with the Tyler Clyde Edwards-Helaire move, and he as soon as I got him, I think he and James Robinson both were delegated to bench positions, not even split backfields. And so where most people were benching them, I was starting two of the worst running backs in the league with Kyler Murray essentially not showing up, and so now I was down 3 top players pretty quick, but I still had my boy Kupp and Kels, and so I figured get by the Kels bye week, and I'll be at least I won't get last in the league. Even if I barely miss the playoffs or I miss the playoffs, I can put up a good fight. And honestly, I was really happy that Unik was sucking, so that made me feel a lot better too.
The Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, "The only constant in life is change."
Not for kids.
All right, so this one, honestly, I've watched plenty of the hot ones now. I know what I'm in for. This one's the bomb. I can smell it. I can honestly smell this hot sauce from over here. This is gonna hurt. And so before it does, I want to say, aside from Tyler being super annoying and Shile being annoying and Unik being annoying and generally Lalu being super annoying. Lalu's little brother, I don't even know what the guy's name is. How do you make this thing? Is he even old enough to be in this league? I honestly have no idea. Hershey, oh my god, that guy was totally like acting like, I don't know, my team wasn't that good this last year, like trying to be like super on the down low, and he was like gunning for it all year long. Seems like he didn't win. There was another guy, I don't know who the guy was. Oh, then Shunnell's my nemesis. Shunnell, that guy talks too much shit. Not even that good. So he won like 4 years in a row. So yeah, no, everybody in the league, like, I think they're really good. They were better than I was. I was last, but this is for you guys. I got that all over my mouth. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I got I got that all in my mouth, like everywhere. Oh, that is. Whew. And it's like still building. It's not even stopping. My tongue is on fire. Oh. And it's getting worse. Woo! Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. That's awful. Oh my god, that's awful. That is the worst. I need some juice, dude. You fucker.
Tastes like last place.
And if you guys complain about me drinking this juice, try to make some ice cream. Oh my god. Oh. My mouth's on fire.
Pineapple juice?
No, it's mango juice. Oh. Man, that is bad. I can't breathe. It's so bad. Oh, I hate you guys. Oh, that was awful. That's awful. Woo!
And so, in a last-ditch effort to avoid the consolation bracket, you picked up the best Asian in the NFL, Young-Ho Koo, in a desperate attempt to score 25 points from that position every week on out. How did that go for you? Did he live up to your expectations?
So, first off, calling you out for being a racist, you white boy, for talking about Asian people like that, James, that's pretty messed up. But Young-Ho Koo was a pickup. Shaho had told me that guy could calculate the formulaic distance to the goal last season. He said, "Oh yeah, the season before the season where I was awful, that you can compute that formula in his head because he's that good at math." Probably another Asian crack. And so I was like, you know what? Nothing else is working. Let's go with it. And so I desperately needed players. It's getting close to week 10, so I was now relying on my kicker to give me some points. I think I was like swapping defenses out like every week in hopes that my defense would give me some points, which in our league, defense does get you some points. That's why James won.
It's called the Patriots.
He pretty much, everyone knows I was cheap about that. And so, I started trying to do that, and I started picking up Young-Ho Koo, and he lost his Asian card last season. They pulled it. I don't know, man. He's got to take some math classes again because that did not work out for him. His parents were probably disappointed. I'm a little disappointed, and so I didn't get nearly as many points on Young-Ho as I hoped to get, and I just went back to hating on it like the rest of the league.
Latest from Saucemaker and former NASA engineer Gene Olashok is a celestial mashup of two of the most popular sauces.
So we get the cosmic disco here. Honestly, I can still smell that double. I can like smell it over here. Like my mouth, it's like I'm trying real hard, but my mouth is on. It's like on bloody fire. It hurts so bad. So this is gonna. It's probably gonna hurt. I'm gonna be really bad. That is like the bomb is the worst. But let's use cosmic disco.
Scorpion peppers.
It smells so awful. This thing smells so bad. Oh my god. I'm not looking forward to putting this in my mouth. I'll tell you right now. This is like legit. It smells awful. Oh. Here we go. Oh. I like gasoline. Oh. That was so bad. Oh. Wow. It's like combining forces with the bomb, like in my mouth. Oh, wow. I can walk. Woo. Oh.
What explains your love affair with the Atlanta Falcons? They had no playmakers, but they were all on your team.
That last sauce was like straight. It's like that's so bad. Like it tasted rancid. Like that was bad. What was the question about Atlanta Falcons?
The Atlanta Falcons.
One of the best things that happened was I traded away Calvin Ridley. I don't know who I traded him to. Maybe Hershey or maybe Lalu. I honestly I don't remember who I traded him to, but I got rid of him. And I figured if, and honestly I don't know if I got rid of him or someone just had him and I was happy that they had him. It's all blur now because at this point my season was so awful. But I figured with Calvin Ridley being out, Cordarrelle Patterson was going to have a great season, and so I went with Cordarrelle and I went with a backup wide receiver in Atlanta, and they had like a great start to the season. So like I was thinking like this is going to be fine. Atlanta decided that they're not going to use a running back pretty much, and where Cordarrelle was previously like a wide receiver, he pretty much wasn't getting the ball at all, and so he was getting like no PT. He was awful. Man, he was awful. Then the backup, whoever it was, like played like one good game. I think Tyler traded him to me, or Tyler told me to pick him up. It's always Tyler's fault. Anyway, I did what Tyler said. I think on that one, and got my ass kicked by whoever that receiver was. I don't even remember his name. Honestly, I can't remember anything right now. This fucking sauce is killing me. It's killing me. But yeah, that's what happened. I don't love Atlanta, and Atlanta does not love me.
The latest 9-spotter from Pucker Butt combines Ed's famous Carolina Reaper, Scorpion, and 7-pot Primo Peppers with a major hit of savory garlic.
Next up.
You need garlic here. Stand up for this. This is like, it's gonna be like it's just like building at this point. It's like just keep adding to it. Get a good dab on here. That's a lot. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna figure out around the mouth. Oh my gosh. Oh, the back of my throat is on. It's on fire. Oh. That is so bad. Oh. That is awful. That is. Oh. I mean, like, feel it, like, agony everywhere. That. Oh. Oh. You know, do we have a question right now? Oh. Oh, that hurts. Oh.
Finally, the playoffs are upon us. We're going into the consolation bracket. First up is Shunnell. How were you feeling about the moves you made heading into that matchup?
Well, I think going into the playoffs, everyone in the league was pretty happy because number one, Onik was not in playoff contention, and that I think that just makes everybody happy. Ever since he had two teams that one season, Corporal Rodriguez's team that right, and then Shunnell being in the losers bracket was pretty good too because honestly no one can take that guy winning one more time and talking shit. He's like just no one wants to deal with that at all. So I was feeling pretty good in general. Like I felt like no matter even if I lost, I won because those two guys are in the losers bracket, so they're never gonna win. So that made me pretty happy. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to beat Shunnell, and only because, my team, the Shunnell team always just overperforms when he faces me. It's not that he's actually that good. It's just that he just gets lucky. And so, like, historically, if you look at it, he just, like my team will put up the second most points, and his team will put up the first most points that specific week. Like, actually, like, if you look back, it happens to me pretty often. So, it's just a little bad luck. And so, I wasn't thinking I was going to win, but, I was just trying to put up a decent fight just to see where my team stood, and I was really just banking on facing Shile in the end, because I knew like if there's any team that has a chance to be as awful as mine, his was going to be right there. Like so, I figured I already knew it was going to be me and him at the end, and I figured at least I'd have a puncher's chance with facing him.
As always, our journey up Mount Scoville ends in a blaze of glory with the last dab Apollo.
Really working on that last bottle.
I know, it's all like solidified in there. The last dab here, last one. I gotta say, in all honesty, I was my team was pretty awful, and so I won't say I deserve this. Charlotte probably deserves this, but but hey, I'm here. I figure once I get my punishment out of the way, everyone's gotta go through it at some point. I'll probably be good for the next few seasons, so I'm getting ready to come back after you guys next season. That tastes awful. So far, I've built on you. I've built on you. And like, it's got that same like quality as like the bomb, where like, oh wow, it starts to build, and then it doesn't stop. Like it keeps building on you and building on you. But I guess it's the last half for a reason. What's the question, mate?
Carolina Reaper in the mouth for the last place finisher. How legit was your last game loss, considering a major implication based game did not actually go forward? If you look at the standings now, you still were leading by 10 points.
And that's what I'm saying. Like probably shot out deserving here. So I mean, it's technically right. Look at the Yahoo fantasy scoring. I scored more than Shiloh in the last week. And you can come back and tell me all you want about how his team would have or could have scored more points than me. But never know. What I do know is when the season ended, I had more points than him at the end. So honestly, being the good sport that I am, I decided to do this. And there you go. So look, was my team awful? Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. Was it probably Tyler's fault? Yeah, most likely. Do I feel like a winner because Shuttle and Ike ended up in last place? Yeah. Is James a racist? Yeah, for sure. But hey, here's another season. Hershey, I hope you enjoyed that license plate holder. That's it.
Signing off, this is Hot Ones.